I've heard a number of discussions online about plastic movement holders that a lot of guys will poo-poo them because they don't grip enough, they're not sturdy enough. But they do have a purpose, and I like to use them when I have something mounted up like that, and I can just come in here, make sure the hands are out of the way, and lay it on top because we need to put our spacer ring in. Not everybody, I guess everybody has their own system. That's the system I use, but if you have a system, utilize, or if you have the tools, utilize it. So what I did, I loosened this mounting screw here, and I'm going to come in with the spacer ring, and it allows it to fall into place with the stem installed. And then I can put our second screw in. If I can, there we go. If I can get it to behave. And I'm going to just run those in. I'm going to center the stem in that spacer right there. You can see how it's coming through that spacer. I run these in a little bit at a time. I'm not killing it, I'm not tightening it totally, but it's tight enough. And then there we have it. Okay, now I got a little soft mat here. One last inspection. I'm going to blow off any dust. I'm going to take some Rodico, pick up anything that I might see. It's not unusual to put something in a case, come back later and there's a piece of lint, dust, or fuzz, and you take it out and clean it again. That's happened to me too many times. Now, before we do anything, we have to remove that stem. I like to just hold it like that. I got my pinky on here holding it, and I come in, out it comes. Beautiful. Another, after blowing everything off, I will hold the movement like so and drop the case on top, turn it over onto our padded mat. I guess you would call it a padded mat. I don't know what it is. It's like a protector. Use whatever you like. Now, before I put that stem in, I like a little bit of lubrication on it. I put a little right in here where the stem enters the case. There's a little bit of lube there. And on the stem itself, I will see if we can get it in the shot here. I'll put a schmear right in here, right around there. You don't have to overdo it. Don't go crazy with it. And I am using 8200. Feed the stem, give it a wiggle, turn it. Sometimes these what do you call it? These loose crowns, they can fight you a little bit. Okay, everything's good. Come on. You might have to turn the stem a little. Come out, give it a turn. Not yet. It should just snap in. There it is. It snaps in, and I like to grab that stem with tweezers and do this to it. Push, pull, push, pull. And if you look closely at that pin, you can see that pin moving. So we're engaged. Now that that's in, I'm going to come back to our mounting screws and give them a final snug, a final push to lock those in. And I come around, take a look, looking pretty good. The only thing I did to the case was clean it real good, polish it with chrome polish and Polywatch on the crystal. Now here is the test. We're going to wind this up and put it on the time grapher. And while, let's see, that was totally wound down, so I'm winding this up all the way. I actually have something on the time grapher now. Well, the balance is moving, that's a good sign. And if this performs well, I'll be happy. If not, then I give up. I quit. I'm done. Alright, let's take that out. Turn that on. Come over to our what's the name? Now, while that's doing that, I want to show everybody something here. A very unique, rare, I mean painfully rare. I don't think there's another one out there. This would have to be worth thousands of dollars. This is so rare. Probably one of a kind. There isn't another one out there like this. Of course I'm joking. It's actually a Franken. This is a new radio room silver dial that doesn't go with that bezel, obviously. And it's in, I think this is a Komandirsky case, I think. A Soviet case. And I have an expandable band on it. This is obviously a Franken radio room. There's a whole story behind that. In fact, I did a posting about it on how I came to get this dial. But this is a rare, one-of-a-kind piece. You won't see these around anywhere. So, let's see what's going on our time grapher. What's happening. I'm going to turn this dial, let's see. Alright, come on. I'm going to make sure I did wind that all the way. I think I did. Yep, it's wound up. Sorry about that. I had to double check because I'm paranoid about this whole process. How are we looking? Let's get a better shot of everything. Looks pretty good. I hope it is good. The problem is we don't have a whole lot of amplitude. However, these do run better dial up at times than they do dial down. So let's go to the time grapher. Not a super duper reading. I haven't regulated this yet, but it is keeping decent time. It's, you know, it is what it is. The beat error right on 0. That's always nice to see. 228 degrees is rather low. You can see it jumping from +13 to +2. Who knows why that's happening? Who knows? So anyway, let's turn this over to dial up. See if it changes. This is just preliminary stuff. I like to run this for a while and then come back to it. But that low amplitude doesn't make me happy. Why would the amplitude be such in the case but better when it's out of the case? The only thing we did was add some more gear, another gear, and hands. This is odd. However, our millisecond beat error looks good. Perhaps it needs a little regulation. Perhaps it needs to sit, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this sit and run for a while. 218, 210, that's really bad. That's not much better than what it was when I had the first problem. But I'm not going to lie to you. This is the way it is. Something's going on here, and I don't know what. Perhaps it needs to run a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to take up any more of your time.